Hello friends, in this video we will see optimizing data in Microsoft Excel. The first thing we'll see is sorting the data. As you add more content to your worksheet, the organizing this information becomes specifically important. So you can quickly reorganize a worksheet by sorting your data. For example, you could organize a list of contact information by last name, and content can be sorted alphabetically, numerically, and many other ways also. Now, when we try to do sorting, so there are two types of sorting we have. So when we sort the data, it's important to decide if you want to sort to apply the entire worksheet or just a cell range. That means if you apply the sorting to the entire worksheet, that means organize the data, organize all data in the worksheet by one column, and related information across each rows is kept together when the sort is applied. And in this example below, if you see here in the image, if I sort the data by this contact name, so it will also sort other columns also, like these rows, addresses, phone number and email addresses. They are related to this person, this name. So they will also sort according to this column. Or we can do sort a specific range, that sort the data in a range of cells, which can be helpful when working with the sheet that contains several tables. So if in your sheet you have multiple tables and you just want to sort a specific table, then you can do select the range and select only to specific range. So it will sort only that, it will not sort the other tables. Now if we want to sort, so for example, here in this is image, if you see, there are this is the information about the t-shirt order, and we have first name, we have last name, we have t-shirt size, payment method, and their room numbers. Now I want to do what? I want to sort the this in this data by the last name. So for doing that, you have to select the cell of the column which you want to sort, and then you will go to the data tab from the ribbon, and then from the data tab you will click on this sort command. This is A to Z sorting, or either you can select Z to A. That means you can select ascending order or descending order. But it is important that what data you are sorting. If you are sorting the data in the column which contains only alphabetical characters, then it can be sorted by A to Z or Z to A alphabetical order. Now, if the column contains the numerical values, then also you can use this A to Z or Z to A form, but it means different. A to Z means small to largest, and if you select Z to A, that means large to smallest. So depend on the data, the sorting will be done. So select what you want, and then according to the selection the data will be sorted like A to Z or Z to A. So for example, here I have a sheet and I want to do sorting based on the last name. So I select the cell here, I'll go to the data tab, and from the data tab in the sort and filter group I can select this sort command. Either I can select A to Z, that is lowest to highest, A to Z if it is alphabetical, or if it is numerical then it goes lowest to highest, or I can select this one which is highest to lowest. So if I select this, it is not in order if you see. Now if I select this, now you can see it is now in order from A to Z because it is alphabetical characters there. If I select Z to A, it will goes back to Z to A. So you can select what you want, A to Z or Z to A. This is what sorting the worksheet, entire worksheet. Now if you want to sort a specific range, then what you can do, you have to first select the range. So for example, here in the image we have the class of t-shirts and the orders. how many orders we have. Now I want to do the sorting based on these orders. So I will select this range, and then I will go here in this data tab, same sort and filter group. I will select this sort command. When I select this, it will open the dialog box. And from the dialog box, first I have to select sort by. In sort by, we will see the columns of the data which we selected. In that we have two columns, class and orders. So you can select what column you want to sort. Now, when you select the column, according to the data of that column, it will show you here the order of sorting. So you can select what order you want. Now, for example, here if I select the orders column, it contains the data which is numerical. So it is giving me option that you can make large to small or even small to largest. So select what you want in a order and then click OK, and it will be sorted according to your selection. I have also here, so I can select this range here where I have two columns, class and order. Now I'll go here again in the data tab. I click on this sort command. So it opens this dialog box here, and here in the sort by I have two columns here. You can see class and order. Now see, if I select class, so it says order by A to Z or Z to A, because in this you have alphabetical characters. Now if I select orders, now you see it is not showing A to Z or Z to A. It is saying largest to small or small to largest, because it contains the numerical data. So I can select what I want. I select this large to small, and when I say OK, now you can see it is sorted according to my selection, and it is applying only on this range. Now we can do custom filtering also. Sometimes you may find that the default sorting options can't sort the data in the order you need. So fortunately, Excel allows you to create a custom list to define your own sorting order. Now in example here, if you see in this image, we have a column which contains the t-shirt size, and in the t-shirt size we have a different size of t-shirts like large, medium, small and extra large. Now by default, if I try to do the filter sorting here, so it will give me option to do sort alphabetically like A to Z or Z to A, but it will not work for this column because I wanted to sort like first I want to sort small, then medium, then large, then extra large. But these are not, these are starting with L, M, S, X, and if I try to do it with this alphabetical, it will not work. It will not give me the result what I want. For example, suppose here is the list. Now I select this one and I want to do the sorting. If I use the default one, if I use this one, now it looks like that it is sorting according to my requirement, but it is not. It is saying large, medium, small, and if you go down, the extra large is here. That means I have to get a small, medium, large and then extra large. If I say okay, go reverse, what it says here, extra large, then small, then medium, and then it goes for large. So this is not solving my problem or my requirement. So in this case, we can use the custom sorting option. So for using the custom sorting option, again select the cell where you want to do the sorting, and then go on and select this sort command from the data tab. So when you select this, it will open the dialog box. Now here you can select the column first, the column which we want to do the sorting, and then in this order it gives me option to use A to Z or Z to A because it's alphabetical characters, but I want to use the custom, so I select this custom list. Now when you select this custom list, it will open the dialog box like this one. Now here it will show you some existing list examples. You have some list there. Then you have option to create new list. So you select the new list, and here one by one you add what you want. as a sequence what you want. So I want first small, so I add small, then enter, then medium, enter, large, enter, extra large, enter. And after doing that, you will do what? You will add it, and it will be added here in the custom list. And after adding it, you press OK, and then in this dialog box you will see the option here, and it will give you two options, like you can you can have it like small to large, and also you can have a reverse order, large to small. So whatever you want, you select, and then you press OK, and then your data will be sorted according to your requirement. So for here, if you see, it is not working if I'm using the default one. So I select this, and I'll go and select the custom one, and I'll do what? From here I will go to select. It is by default selected the column, so I'll go and select the custom list. Now here I can type small, then medium, enter, then large, enter, then extra large, enter. And after that you will press add, and when you press add, it will show you here, and when it shows here, then you press OK. After selecting the list, you press OK. Now you see here the option, and now you can, if you go to the drop down, you can select both options, like small to large, or even you can select large to small. So whatever the sequence you want, you can select, and then you can press OK. Okay, I'll go with the small to large, and I say OK. And now you can see the data is sorted according to my requirement, which is small, then medium, 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 large, 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 and then extra large. You can even use the multiple levels of sorting also. Sometimes we do use multiple levels of sorting also. Like if suppose I have sorted this table, this data by the t-shirt size. Now again I want to sort it with the room number also. The room numbers is in not in the order, so I can use multiple level of sorting. So suppose I want to use multiple levels, so again it is already there. I go and select this. So here the t-shirt is already there, this is already sorted by this order. Now I can add more level. I click here in add level. So it says sort by this, and then that means first it is going to sort this, and then it is going to sort this. So you select which you want to do, like I want to do for the home room. Now you can go by what? Smallest to largest, or largest to smallest, because it contains the numerical numbers. So I say okay, small to largest. I have added now two levels. So first it is going to sort by this t-shirt size, then it is going to sort by this home room. Now you see here, first it is listing, it is sorting the whole small, 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 all smalls, and then it sort this in small, low number 105 to 220B. Then it starts from the medium, and again it start from the low number, then go to this. So this is how we can use the multiple level of sorting also. If you don't like, then you can delete the sorting. You select it and delete the level. So level is deleted, but the data is already sorted, so it will remain there. Now the next thing is filtering the data. If your worksheet contains a lot of content, it can be difficult to find information quickly. So filters can be used to narrow down the data in your worksheet and allowing you to view only the information you need. So to filter the data, in order to filter to work correctly, your worksheet should include the header row. That means your worksheet must contains a header row. Otherwise, you will not get the result what you want. So whatever the data you wanted to sort, you must have a proper header for that. So for doing that, you select the data, then from the data tab, we click on the filter command here. So as you click on the filter command, it will the drop down arrow on the header row will appear automatically like this one. Now you can use this drop down to open the menu, and you can use the filter what you want. For example, here if I click on this arrow, it will open the menu like this, and in the menu you can see it is selected all. So if you don't want to see all, then you can remove this and then you can select what you want and then press OK, and your data will be sorted according to your selection. For example, here I am selecting laptops and projectors. So what it do here, it shows only the laptops and projectors from this column. And when you apply any filter, you see it removes the other data. It does not shows the other data. That does not mean that data is not there. That data is not visible only. So you should know that the other data is still there. So you will know that by you seeing this drop down icon. You see if this is the normal icon, that means there is no filter apply. But where you apply the filter, you will see the filter icon there, and that means what, the filter is applied here and some data is not showing, it is not visible. So like here, I want to apply the filter. So first we have to have the header row which we have here in this data. Now I go here in the data tab and I will click this filter command. So when I enable the filter command, it enables this drop down menu in each header cell. Now if I want to filter here, so I click on this drop down menu and then you can see all the objects are selected. So if I don't want all, so I'll remove this. I say I want only laptop and projector and I say OK. And now it is showing only laptops and projectors, and here you can see the icon, it is changed to filter, and it is also showing that it is equal to laptop or equal projectors. You can see it is showing when you hover the mouse, it shows what it is showing here. And here we don't have any filter, or showing all, showing all, showing all. Now we can apply the multiple filters also. Just like we apply the multiple sorting levels, same we can apply multiple filtering option also to narrow down the narrow down the option which you want to see. So you can narrow down your search by using this multiple search. For example, here I have searched already that I want to see only laptops and projector. Now I want to see only for some specific date, checked out date. Let's say August. I want to see only the objects, only the laptop and projector which is checked out on August. So I can use the filter here also. That means I'm doing more filtering and I'm refining the I'm narrowing the target which I want to see. So I've already used here. I want to use the filter more. I want to do more filtering, so I can go on and suppose I can select here. So here we have dates. So we have 2015 and by default it is all selected. So I don't want all. So if I want August, so I click on August. Now you have more option here, plus symbol. If I open it, then you can also filter it down to specific date of August, date of September, or date of October, whatever. I select the whole August, so it will select all the dates of August, and then I say OK. Now it is showing only the data which is checked out on August. So we have two filtering option applied here. We can apply more filtering here. We can more narrow down the search. So we can choose what we want and then it will be filtered. Now for clearing the filter, we know that there is a filter applied and it is not visible. The all data is not visible. So after checking what I want to see, I want to remove the filter so that I can apply another filter. So for that, again click on the drop down menu which you have applied the filter. You can go on and select here click filter from checked out. Now it shows all the data. You can clear from here also. Now it is showing all the data. And if you want to remove this drop down also, then select click again on the filter command, and now this also removed. That will disable the filter command. So after clearing, it will remove, and you can also remove the filtering. Now advanced filtering. If you need a filter for something specific, basic filtering may not give you enough option. So Excel includes many advanced filtering tools also. Like you can do search, you can do filter based on search, you can do filter based on text, date, number also, which can narrow your result to help find exactly what you need. So for example, in my data here, I have here equipment details. In equipment detail, we have detail of different equipments. Now this is not a single word, it's a whole line. Now in this line, I have somewhere saris. I have written somewhere saris, the name saris, like this one have, this one have, this one have, and this one is also having it. So sometime if you apply try to filter, if you try to apply normal filter, it will not work because you have to find where is the saris. So you can use this advanced filtering. You can use search option to get exact what you want. So for using this search option, you have to enable the filtering drop down menu again because it is not there. So we have disabled it. So enable it again from the home data tab, and then you click on the drop down menu and it will show you this menu, and here you have a search option. So you can select, you can search what you want, and it will show you all, and automatically it will select the all option which you have searched. So it selected the search result, or either you can select some specific from there also, and then press OK, and it will be it will filter the data according to your search. So let's say I want to search here. So drop down, it is all selected. I type what I want here, and as I type here, it goes on to search here, and you see it is selected all, because by default it says what, select all search result. If I don't want to select all, then I can remove this one, and then I can choose what I want, but I want all, so I click OK, and here I have the data searched, filtered. Same as that, we can use the text filtering also. We can use text filtering, we can use date filtering, we can use number filtering also. So for using this text filtering, it is used to display more specific information, like cells that contains what, certain number or character or data that exclude a specific word or number. Now for example, here we have cameras, we have laptops in this. Now I don't want to see laptops, I want to see only other objects, no laptops. So again, first you have to enable this, then from there drop down you can select this. Remember, it depend on the column what you have, the data of the column. If the data of the column contains the text value, so in it is having a text value, then you will see here text filter. If the column contains the dates, then it will show you here date filter. If the column contains numbers, then it will show you here number filter. So when you hover the mouse here, it will show you multiple different options to choose from. You can choose equal to what you type, not equal to what you type. You can say begin with something, end with something, contain something, or not contain something. So select what you want. It will open this dialog box. So you will have to write here what you want. So, and also you can select from this drop down what you want. I say does not contain laptop, and then press OK. So when you press OK, it will filter and it will remove all the other things and only remain the other objects, and it will remove all the laptops from there. Like we have applied the filter here, so I will remove the filter first. Now this cell contains what? This column contains text data. So if I go down here, I say text filtering, and it has options like equal, does not equal, ends with, begins with, contains, does not contain. Let's say I select does not contain. What? So I say laptop. You can also select from here, begins with, end with, does not contain, content, and then you say okay. Now you see it removes other data, only remains the other things but not laptop. Here it is not showing the laptop. Now if you select this this cell, so it will show, this column will show what? Number filter. Why? Because it contains the numbers. If you select this column, it will say the date filter because it contains date. So it's on you what type of filter you want. So you can apply multiple filters also, like suppose I want to apply the numbering filter. So I say drop down and I say number filter. Here I have equal, not equal, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, between, top, above, range, whatever. I say okay, between. So I say between 3000 to 4000. So there are some numbers, but I want to see only the numbers between 3 to 4000. Now you see it shows from 3 to 4000. And even you can filter by the dates. Date filter, you can choose before, after, tomorrow, today, yesterday, next week, this month, that month, year, last year, whatever. If you have lots of data, I'll say okay, I'll go with the between because I don't have much data here. So there are datas like May, July, October, August, June. So I say okay, show me the data from 10 June, and remember you can choose from here also, and it shows the data date, and remember to give the year. If you don't give the year, it will take the current year. Here in the data we have 2015, so I have to give the year also, that is 2015. So from 10 June 2015 to, I want to see 15 August 2015. Make sure you give the right format and then click OK. So we have some data from June, July and August. So here you can use the advanced filter, and you have multiple options of filtering, like you have date filter, text filter and number filter. Now the next thing is group. Worksheet with a lot of content can sometimes feel overwhelming and even become difficult to read. So Excel can recognize data into groups, allowing you to do easily show and hide the different section of your worksheet. And you can also summarize the different work groups using the subtotal command and create an outline for the worksheet. That means the group can do what? It can group some particular data together so that you can hide those group and open those group. When you don't want to see, you can hide that group. So it will be easy for you to do what? To filter your data or to see what you want to see only. But this grouping is go with the subtotal. It go with the subtotal. So when you add the subtotal, which we are going to add, so it will do add the subtotal with groups. I'll show you what is subtotal. It is coming next. First we create the group. So for creating the group, you just select those columns or rows which you want to do. It will do the grouping for the columns also, and it will do the grouping for rows also. So when you select the group command, it will ask you that whether you want to do grouping for the column or row. So first select what you want to group. Then from the data tab, in the end you have this outline group. From there you can click this group command. So when you click this group command, it opens the dialog box, says what? you want to group. So you select row or column which you want to group. So here in this example, say I want to group B, C and D, and then press OK and it will be grouped like this. And you see this button here, which you can use to hide the data and open the data. So if you want to hide, you click on it, it will hide it. And if you want to open it, you can click on this one, plus it will open. Also you can use this level button also. So I want to group this data. So I select this which I want to do the grouping. Now I go to data tab. Again I go here in the end of the data tab, I have outline, and here I have group. So when I click on group, it is asking me here that what do you want? You want to group row or column? So I want to group row. So I want to group column. So I select column and I say OK. Now you can see it is grouped, and you can have this, you have this button here. So if I click, it hides and I see only the remaining columns. And if I want to see again, open. You can use this also. Level 1 is hiding, level 2 is opening in detail. Now if you want to ungroup which you have already grouped, then in the same data tab in the outline group you have this ungroup command. So when you click on it, it will again ask that whether you want to ungroup the column or row. So it is already grouped, so I go here and say ungroup. Now it is asking like you want to ungroup the row or column. So row is not grouped, so I select column and I say OK. And now it is ungrouped again. Same as you can group the rows also. Like I want to create a group for small. So I select all, I go here, I say group, and I want to create the group for the row. Now you see it is added one group here. I can create more groups. I want to create a group for medium. So I select and I say group this one also, row. So now we have this group also. So we can hide it, we can open it, and we can remove the group. Now the next thing is subtotal. The subtotal command allows you to automatically create the groups and use common function like sum, count or average to help summarize your data. That means it will create automatically group and use these common functions. Sum, if you are having a numerical data, you can use sum, average. And if you are having a like something which you want to just count, so you can use the count. Now for example, suppose the subtotal command could help to calculate the cost of office supplies by type from large inventory order. So it will create a hierarchy of groups known as an outline. And to help organize your worksheet, your data must be correctly sorted before using the subtotal command. That means if you want to sort it, then you have to use if you want to use the subtotal, then first you have to properly sort your data what you want to do subtotal. For example, in our data we have a t-shirt orders which is small, medium, large, extra large. So if I want to count how many small size t-shirts are there, how many medium size t-shirts are there, large and extra large are there, so I can use what count command. But I can use what the subtotal command also. This subtotal command will do what? It will create the group of these different size like small, medium, large and extra large, and then it will give you the subtotal of these different sizes, and it will create what, the group of these different sizes, and then it will create the subtotal there in that group. So if you want to do this for the t-shirt size like we want to do, so first it should be sorted according to the order, like small, medium, large and extra large. So in our data we have to first sort it according to what we require. Then we can do apply the this subtotal. So if you see, it is already sorted: small, 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 medium, medium, large, large, extra large. So I can apply the subtotal here in this column. So for that, select the column or select the data here, any cell, and then go to home data tab and click on this subtotal command. So when you click on it, it will open this dialog box. Now from the dialog box, first you have to choose which column you want to do the subtotal. That means at each changes in which column. So you have to select the column. In our case, we will select this t-shirt size column. Then it will ask that which function you want to use. You want to use count. In the drop down you will have sum, count, average, minimum, maximum, product. These are some common functions. After selecting the size, the column and the function, then next it asks you that where you want to see the subtotal, in which column. So because I am using the subtotal for this column, I want to see the total in the same column. I don't want to see it in another column. So I select the same t-shirt size column and then press OK. And when you press OK, you will see it will create the different groups for these different size. And at the end of the size group, it will give you the subtotal here in this cell. And also it says that small size count 8, medium count 10, and so on. So I want it here, so I select this and I go here in the data tab, I click on subtotal. Now it opens this dialog box and you can see here it is selecting the whole data. Now here first I have to select the column which I want to do the subtotal. So I will select t-shirt. Then it says which function you want. So I want count. Then it says where you want to see the subtotal. So I want to see it here in the t-shirt column. And it is already selecting because I selected here this one. So it is already selecting this one. I'll say OK. And when you press OK, you have subtotal. And you see these are the groups. It has added into the groups and you are having the subtotal. Small size 8, medium 10, large 5, extra large 4. And also it shows you this grand total. Now you can easily manage, you can easily change what you want to see by using this different levels. You can close what you don't want to see and you can open what you want to see. So first, that means it will close everything. It will show only this grand total. If you click on second, then it will show the counts also. And if you click the third level, that shows all the data. So it depends on us like what we want to see. So we have here, we can open, suppose I say 1. Now it shows only what? Grand total. I can click on 1, 2, then it shows this different counts also. When I click on 3, it shows all. Or you want to do what you want to see or what you don't want to see, you can manually use this minus and plus command to change the levels. Like I don't want to see small, I will close this. I don't want to see medium, I close this, I close this, I close this. Or now I want to see only medium, so I open this. Now I want to see large, so I can open this. I want to see small, I can open this. and I want to see only total, I can do like this. Then you want to remove the subtotal, because sometimes you may not want to keep subtotal in your worksheet. So basically, if you want to reorganize data in different way, you don't want to now do the t-shirt size, you want to do it in another way. So you wanted to remove the first one. So if you want to remove it, then again you have to go to this data tab, select the subtotal, and from there again it will open this dialog box. Now from there we select this remove all, and it will do what? It will remove the all subtotals. So we have added this here. Now I don't want to see the subtotals, so I will remove. I go to the data tab, subtotal, and here I will select remove all, and now the data is go back to normal. Now sometime you don't want to remove the subtotal, you just want to remove the grouping. You only want to remove the grouping. So you can do that by going into this ungroup command, click on the drop down, you will see this clear outline command where you can only clear the outline. That means only removing the group, not removing the whole uh, subtotal. So it will remain, the subtotal will remain there, only the grouping will remove. So I have removed all, so I will make it again. I have to select the cell first, and then t-shirt count, t-shirt, okay. Now I have it, I have the groups. Now I just don't want the group, but I want the count there. So I'll go here in the ungroup command, I click on the drop down and I select clear outline. Now if you see here, the grouping is not there, but the count is still there. And if you want to remove this subtotal properly, then again go to subtotal and say remove all, and then it will remove completely. And that is it for this video. So I hope you have liked this one, and till so the next in the next video we will see something else. Till then, have a good day and thank you for joining.